So up here you'll see a ghost pop out, and FSD avoided it really well. Actually, there was no ghost on the right. It was just like a repair in the road, and it might have looked like a pothole or something to FSD, but it swerved out of the way of something it didn't really have to. So there are some issues like that with FSD. Like upcoming, there is a speed bump that we go over at 30 miles an hour. Jesus Christ! Which is not good for the car. So you have to kind of keep your eye out for whatever's going on the road. It's not perfect, but it is phenomenal. On this drive, this one, it handles it really well on this left turn. It lets these cars go, or this car go, and then proceeds along the route. I'll speed it up through much of this where there's not much going on. But the ride had some pretty interesting things, but overall it's uneventful. But here at this rotary, it can get hectic, but here luckily there's not too many cars that have to come through. It lets this group pass, and then we proceed. But with FSD, what we're lucky to have is after 11 billion miles that have been driven on it, there are 7 times fewer major collisions that have happened. The Tesla data also shows there's 7 times fewer minor collisions and 5 times fewer off-highway collisions as well. So the numbers coming out are great. I mean, even if it was just 2 times better than human drivers, that would be wonderful. I think at the point where more than half of the cars are on FSD, it's going to be very, very safe. But that's not going to be for a while. Until then, we have this, and I think it's really, really good. Speeding through this part, you will notice that the FSD does decide to change lanes whenever it feels like it's going to be faster in another lane. I typically will leave it in hurry mode. Above that is Mad Max, which I kind of save for city driving. Sometimes I'll go down to the standard mode, which makes sure that you're not going to be too far above the speed limit. Typically it's about 5 miles above the speed limit, which is pretty safe. It does have 360-degree vision, so it's always looking all around you. It has 8 cameras that process over 1 million pixels per millisecond. So that spots a lot of hazards like drifting cars, hidden obstacles like bicycles or motorcycles that you might not see, pedestrians. So a lot of times people will miss those things. Now here we're going to park. It finds a spot that it wants to go to, and it's not the spot that I want to take, so I ended up taking over here and backing into the spot that I wanted to take. Elon on X, just so we could go, said that the biggest reason for people disengaging FSD now is for parking, which is definitely true on my side. And so he said in the next updates, they're going to be attacking that problem where you're going to be able to pick the spot that you want to park in just by tapping on the screen. So hopefully that will happen. That will definitely lower the amount of disengagements that I do. The ride back at night, this is probably around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. We head through Walpole and Newton. It was pretty uneventful. There's a couple of things that happen. One being the ghost that came out, and FSD avoided that marking on the road, so that wasn't perfect, but for the rest of the drive, pretty much it was spot on. Actually, it was perfect. One point coming up, there were some people jaywalking, which it handled very well. In version 14.3, the reaction times are a lot quicker. It's 20% faster. So you can see here there's some people jaywalking, and it lets them go. You know, they're not supposed to do that, but the car sees it and wants to be safe. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.